Hey guys, coming to you live on YouTube like I do every night. Hope everyone had a good day. Hope you're doing well. Forget any bad conversation that you had. You have to let that go. You have to move on with your life. Sometimes in the course of your day, when you have awkward conversation at work, when you leave any conversation and you feel self-doubt or you feel insecure, you have to let that go. And if you ever take part in a conversation where at some point someone tries to guilt trip you, immediately assert and stand up for yourself respectfully and do not allow that guilt trip to silence you. Never allow a guilt trip to silence you. A guilt trip is manipulation. Never let someone say, "Oh, we were just cool. Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that?" Whoa, whoa, whoa. We should be able to be cool, have fun, and you should respect what I have to say on a subject. Well, you don't have to respect it, but you should allow me to speak what I want to speak on a subject. And so I've witnessed that a couple times, even recently. And again, this can apply in business or personal. You speak up and someone, and usually when someone tries to manipulate the conversation, it's because they don't want to do the work. And by you speaking up, you're making them have to be accountable to something. And they don't want that. They want to hide. So just remember that in life. We'll get into the structure topic. Before we do all that, let's see who's on the live check in. That's my brother Star Pack. Star Pack, I haven't seen in a while, man. But I want you to be free to do whatever you want, to come and go as you please, because that's what good relationships are about. Good relationships, at the core of them, is a freedom to come and go as you please and to be yourself. I accept you, you accept me. Star Pack, what's up, brother? Love and respect to Illinois. Love and respect to you and your family, and love and respect to any video games that you're getting ready to play this weekend. Star Pack says, how are you doing tonight? Yeah, I feel good. I feel thankful. Today is Friday, and I want to touch on that. I think the weekends are a very magical, but also could be a very dangerous part of your life. And I'm going to explain why in a minute. L1 to a Val, that's my fellow Floridian coming live from the Space Coast. Is the live feed coming in clear at Space Coast, L1 to FO? Good to see you. Gabby S, what up? What up? How's it going? I'm doing good. How's it going for you? Start back. Yeah, it's payday. This is what it's all about. It's not payday for me. I get paid every 2 weeks. Some jobs are different. When I work construction, I got paid every week. When I got into the corporate life, it's usually bi-weekly, every 2 weeks, something like that on average. And there are some obviously freelancing jobs where you get paid at the end of the contract. When I have my own contracting business, how I would do a job is any job over $500, I would mandate 50% down. If there were inspections that needed to get taken out, the other 40% of the job would be paid upon completion of the work, and the 10% retainer was held until after the state or local municipality inspections. Never do a job for more than 500. If you're a contractor, never do a job for more than $500 without accepting 50% down. I've seen many contracting businesses go under. Now, some are willing to take a risk because that's how you grow, but just be careful of that. Love and respect. Zakia, Friday, work time, viewer Sam. Well, love and respect to everyone working the night shift or third shift or second shift or whatever shift. I think that's the magical time. Why? Because you have to work with less people. The less people you have to work with, the less politics, the more peace, the more you can focus on your job and just relaxation. I enjoyed that. At a certain point in your career, I was scared at one point to leave the night shift and go back to the day shift. Why was I scared? I was scared, and I say that word loosely, but there is a level of being scared. I was scared because I say, man, I got to go back to dealing with so many people. And that's overwhelming. I mean, if you guys follow this channel, you know I like to be by myself, not because I'm antisocial, not because I don't have good social skills. I'm a very good communicator. I understand how to deal with people. I'm very good with that. If you want to succeed in life, you have to learn how to deal with people. You can't get around it. I think technology helps it. You don't have to deal with as many as you used to. But what I will say is, nothing is as bad as you create it in your mind. Again, monsters don't live under your bed. Monsters live in your mind. And many times in life, you create this environment that's more than what it is. But every time you show up, you slay a monster. You create a monster in your mind. You wake up in the morning, you want to hide under your bed because you don't want to go to work. But every time you show up to work and you begin the day and you execute your first task, you slay a monster. Every time you sleep late and you give in to the monsters in your mind and you wake up around 11 or 10, you become the monster because you're mad at yourself. You're disappointed in yourself. And that's the vicious cycle of life. We have to be very careful. Cheesy McStuffins. Howdy, Cheesy McStuffins. Love and respect to the best coast, which is the Treasure Coast. Love and respect, Cheesy McStuffins. Tom Hanks, good to see you, brother. Missed you. But again, I want you to come and go freely. I used to hate when I went to church and people say, oh, you haven't been in church. Well, I'm glad you're off, but it's good to see you because we were worried about you. Oh. That's the beginning of manipulation. Okay? Church is just like every other business. Okay, it's a nonprofit business, but it's a business. They have to budget. Okay, and so they look at how many people attend, who gives a lot of, and and not to get cynical, because again, church was a huge blessing in my life. Many good teachers, but what I want to share with you is money is a big player of a lot of things, and it doesn't sit easy with me, especially like in volunteer services. And anything you get involved with for a volunteer, if you show up consistently, they're going to start to depend on you. And then when you decide you want to do something else, they're going to be upset with you. Why? Because, you've become a pillar. They depend on you. And so, I didn't like that because I like my freedom. Look, if this is a volunteer thing, I could show up for 10 weeks in a row. Then if I want to leave for 10 weeks in a row, shouldn't I have that freedom? You should, but a lot of people, people begin to count on you, and then it's hard to back out of a situation. I always say it's easy to get into commitment, hard to get out of commitment. Give me an example, inspirational nomad. It's easy to go onto a car lot, to have the car salesman or saleswoman, even if you have bad credit, make sure that you get that loan. They want you to get off that lot with that car. Why? Because once you're committed, once you sign on that dotted line for 5, sometimes 7-year loan or 20-year RV payment, you're locked in. Let's see you try to get out of that commitment. And if you do, you're going to take a huge financial loss. A lot of people say, oh, maybe I should move in with you. It's magical. When we spend the weekends together, we watch Netflix, we watch Inspirational Nomad live on YouTube, and we're cuddling up, we're eating our thing, we're having wild sex. Then the next thing you know, you're trying to figure out, how the hell do I get this person out of my house? And then there is a day of judgment where you have to put all their shit in garbage bags. You have to call up their friend, and it's a complete disaster. Does that happen? Happens very often. Okay. Be very careful out there. Easy to get into commitment, hard to get out. Okay. Blanton, what's up, Blanton? Harris Teeter Sub Sam. What does that mean? Try one. More magical than palm trees, money bag guaranteed. Harris Teeter Sub Sam? I'll Google that. I don't know what that means. Blanton, back. Forgive me if I pronounced this wrong. Memonine Makbul. I had really bad period cramp. Well, that's part of life. Today, and couldn't move for 3 hours. Felt like my day was wasted. Well, that happens. That's part of, different physical things in life. I mean, I know people. Well, I'm not going to try to overanalyze that. Look, that's part of life, but I understand, and one is compassion to anyone who's suffering. So if that's a real legit thing and you're being very serious with a little bit of fun, because I'm not mad at fun, then I'm sorry you're going through that. But if you're like, like a pansy who, like, if the wind blows, like, oh, I can't do anything, like there's a lion outside, then eventually we're not going to be friends. I'm going to block you, and your time here is going to be very short. But let me be slow to judge, quick to compassion, and give a smiley face. I love you. Tom Hanks, love and respect. I've been moving forward my life. That's what I'm talking about. Good job. Going on walks in the morning. Good job. Helps me clear my head. Yeah. How do you change your life? You go for a walk. How do you change your life? You go for a walk. Right now, if you're struggling with anxiety, cut my live feed off, go for a walk. Put Sade on, go for a walk. Change your life. I do this at my own demise. Cut me off and go for a walk. See if you're not happy in 15 minutes. It takes 15 minutes of consecutive walking for your brain levels to operate at a certain level. Your body produces like endorphins or whatever they call it, and you feel at a better mental state on average. You walk for 15 minutes straight, you change your life. Okay, very important. Janice listening to music. It starts it. Yeah, she listens to us until the music starts. I'm not mad at that, Janice. We love you. Somebody give Janice the music emoji. Tom Hanks, agreed. Harris Teeter subs are amazing. Now I got to Google this. What is this, like Jersey? Is this like, you talking about like sub sandwiches? Janice, Mino, it will pass. I'm not mad at that. Zakia, I work regular 8 to 5. I'm in a different time zone. Zacchaeus, what time zone are you in? Thumbs up. Linda. Joe Boss, thank you for the thumbs up, brother. Linda, love and respect, Sam. And viewers, yes, love and respect to everyone. Mo Money. What's up, Sam? Happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday all. What time is it for you? Well, it's 8:40 p.m. And on that note, I'm going to continue to get the live comments. Love and respect to my brother Andrew. Love and respect to Tony. We're going to get to those comments. Friday can be a dangerous day. Sam, how can Friday be a dangerous day? Let me put it in context. Because Friday is a day where for the average person, after they've worked for 5 consecutive days, they're off for 2 days. So they have this Friday vacation, this Friday weekend. And many times what happens on Fridays, people forget their goals. They forget their disciplines. They forget their objectives on what they want to accomplish with their life. So it's Friday fun day, and you should have fun. You should not be too serious. You should enjoy it. You should indulge yourself a little bit, and you should learn. But when you're at a really down point in life and you have to change your life, you have to be very, very serious. And then as you change your life, and then as you build momentum, and then as things get, then you can, bring that level down a little bit. You should never be out of balance where you're hurting yourself or others. But there's different times in life where you got to get pretty serious, okay? And what I found in life is people who want to change their life physically, emotionally, or financially, they make a lot of traction on the weekdays, but on Fridays they forget. They ate salad and they cut out the Doritos all week. Now here comes Friday, pizza night. One pizza night will destroy 5 days of eating clean. It's true. Do the math. One day on Friday where your coworkers bring in Dunkin' Donuts. I was in Dunkin' Donut line today, and the lady was picking out 24 different types of donuts. You would have thought she was trying to, figure out, world peace. For her to figure out the different 24 she wanted, it was very hard. But then I said, Sam, don't judge. I'm trying to mature where I got to realize that we all have different struggles. So I catch myself when I said, what the fuck is going on? I said, Sam, don't judge, because that's just what she does. I should respect. And I did. And I would never say anything, but in my mind, I'm very conscious of how I'm thinking about others. So I said, Sam, just let her be. But what I want to point out is that don't forget your goals on the weekends. Don't forget your physical goals. If you're trying to change your life and you're trying to eat healthier, don't you dare have pizza night. Don't you dare have Chinese tonight. Now, if you've already changed your life and you're kind of just in cruise mode, then do you. There's different seasons of your life. And it's not about, look, I always say there's people that are in better shape than me, that look better than me. But, I lost 200 pounds. I maintained my health. And how I did that was I got serious on the weekends. Okay? Because people who forget their diets and they forget their lifestyle change on the weekends, they never make that traction. And they're the type of people, they say, after the holidays, after the weekend. And it becomes this whole chasing of a perfect time, and there's never a perfect time. And that's an important principle that'll carry over to every aspect of life. And I'm sensitive in how I'm saying that, because as I mature in life, I realize that no matter how much we think we have life figured out, we all fail in our own ways. So I may succeed in the physical way, I may fail in the financial, you may fail in the financial, you may succeed in the physical. We all fail. And so I'm trying to speak boldly, but I'm also trying to show, look, I understand compassion. But I want to say that from my life experience, people who forget people who forget that they don't want to live in a northern state in the winter, people who've been fucking lazy, excuse my language, people who have been lazy for the past 5 months are getting ready for a season of suffering. Because for the last 5 months, it's been the weekend. It's been, it's summertime. It's always going to be nice in Jersey. Oh, it's Atlantic City. There's a lot of tourism coming back. Everybody wants to Hard Rock Cafe. Now, Atlantic City will be destitute in the next few weeks as the weather starts to turn and people aren't coming in. And then they're like, oh, Atlantic City's going back to the crapper. And it's a cycle that happens every year. It's the person who not only stays focused on the weekend, but kicks it up almost another level. That's how you push forward in life. Don't forget your dreams on the weekend, because it's a habit forming, it's a mindset. You blocked somebody's number, you got rid of somebody, but now it's Friday, you're bored, you're lonely, and you start to like think, well, maybe I should text them, see what we should do on the weekend. That's how you go back down that road again. And will I judge you if you go back down that road? No, because look, we all fail in our own ways, but this is a word of encouragement. This is a reminder. This is a documentation of my thoughts. A digital journal, self-expression. That's how you keep the mind and the thought focused. With a level of compassion, because if you don't have any compassion in it, then when you fuck up, you can say, oh shit, I'm a hypocrite. We all fuck up, okay? So, but this is a expression of what I want to share tonight, and we're going to get back right now to the live comments, is don't forget your dreams. Don't forget your goals. Don't forget your disciplines on the weekend. Don't forget to wake up early on Saturday morning. Even if you sleep an hour later, don't sleep till fucking like 9, 10 o'clock. Wake up by 7. You usually get up by 6 a.m. Wake up by 7. You know, you usually go to the gym. You know, you don't have to work out like a madman, but still make sure you go and at least do something, even if you take your time doing it. Walk every day. Try to eat clean. Again, you know, keep healthy relationships in you, even on Fridays, even on Saturdays, even on the weekend. Don't forget your disciplines on Friday. Don't forget your goals on the weekend. This will form a lifestyle change. Without that lifestyle change, you will go from intermittent fasting to, this person to that person, to dating the stripper, to then dating the bartender, to then dating, the Starbucks hostess. It never stops until you have to really change directions. And you change directions when you remember, not forget, when you remember your disciplines on the weekend. All right, that's my structure topic. Now we go back to live comments. Andrew and Tony, I recognize them. Andrew says public subs are better. Well, public's better than just about everything. The Publix, I was impressed again today when I went to Publix. I was impressed by the consistency of the politeness of all the workers, young, old, and everything in between. I'm just amazed at how, I'm not trying to put anyone on a pedestal because you're certainly going to run into a-holes everywhere you go. But I'm just like really amazed at the vast majority of workers at Publix and even overall in Florida compared to up north. I mean, a lot more polite. Now, it could be all a show because, I know people put up the show. So again, I don't put anyone on a pedestal. Don't put me on a pedestal. But it's an interesting observation. I go to Publix. They say, "Oh, thank you, sir. Let me get this, sir. Do you need help with your bags?" And sure, it's like it's just different words and mannerisms that they say. There's a huge difference between Publix and ShopRite up north, and not that ShopRite is like a war zone up north, but it's just like. It's a different mentality. It's a different mindset. It's a different culture. And again, I think that's the value of travel. When you travel, and the United States is an amazing place because each state has its own personality. Each child has its own personality. So as you travel from state to state, you're going to realize that it's a different culture in South Carolina. Different culture in South Carolina versus Florida. Different culture in Virginia versus Florida. Different culture in Washington, D.C. versus Pennsylvania. So there's different cultures in every city, and not necessarily good or bad, and it's a very enlightening thing to experience because many other countries, like, it's all one culture. Now, there's certainly in other countries, there's city, and then there's country, and then that rural versus urban area is always a different little bit of a mindset and culture. But really, there's a lot of different flavors in America, and it's really an interesting thing. Bland. Harris Teeter subs, as in sandwiches. They have some vegetarian options. Well, a lot of places do now because plant-based diets are slowly but surely integrating their way into society and into cultures. Like, I remember when vegetarian and soy products and things like that first started to hit the market. I remember when I would go to New York and there was a lot of places that had them. But that, like, when I would go to Jersey, even like South Jersey, some of them didn't have it. And then like when I went south, like North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, nobody had that. Now, there's a whole section in just about every grocery store I go to, no matter where I go to, that has like vegetarian chicken, vegetarian meats. It's all like, made mostly from soy products and plant-based stuff. But that society is continuing to evolve to more of a plant-based diet. And it's wisdom. I remember going to Dunkin' Donuts and I remember asking for almond milk because I didn't want to drink dairy milk. And they said, "Oh, we don't have that here." Now every Dunkin' Donuts just about has almond milk. That's a step closer to health. Every small step closer to health matters. Sure it does. How I started to was I just stopped putting sugar in my coffee. That'll change your life. Okay. Just those little small things add up, definitely. Andrew says Publix is still better. Me and you on the same page on that. I'm a Publix supporter. Gilbert, Sammy, how you doing? Hey everyone, happy Sabbath. Gilbert likes that Sabbath on a Friday. I'm not mad at you, brother. Happy Friday, happy Sabbath. Calco, lady still singing at Starbucks? No, and I did notice. I think she may have a disability. And it's a girl. She's like a little bit shorter. I don't know, like officially a midget, but I think she may have a disability. And again, she wasn't singing disrespectfully. I think it was just like, her mannerisms, how she is. So again, that's why, like I say, look, I'm in a shared space. She wasn't hurting anybody. I just kind of played my part. She was quiet tonight because she was back in there tonight. But it's all love. It's all love. Look, at the end of the day, if somebody's real, this is what I've learned in life. Pay attention, guys. If someone's really bothering me, I take the ownership of getting up and changing the environment. 99% of conflict is two people who don't want to give an inch and want to prove to the other person what they should do. Sometimes, even when I'm right, even when I know, like I said, look, it's not worth it. Because, sometimes it's always going to lead in unproductive conflict. So, unless you're defending yourself, or unless you see like some type of real incident going on that you need to intercede, in most time, most conflict, most drama can be avoided simply by you walking away. And if you want to know what will change your life, that's that lesson right there. Most of the time, the answer is just walk away, problem solved. Never forget it. Brizzy, love and respect to Tallahassee, TGI, and then he forgot the Friday. But Friday, TGIF. TGIF can stand for Thank God It's Friday or Thank God It's Florida. Yes, TGIF. Thank God It's Florida. I just did a new slogan. Mo money. All the 9-to-5ers get drunk. See, Mo money about to forget everything on a Friday. I'm not mad at them. I don't judge people. Andrew Lang. Very good book called Think, Grow Rich. Covers this topic. It's life-changing. Okay, well, thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. Zakia. Oh, I'm sweating like a prostitute in the front row of the church. Oh, and I'm not even mad at her. Zakia. In Alaska, trying to figure out how to save for winterized van. And then she gave like the smiling. Well, all I can say is, Zakia, God bless you in Alaska. Okay? What do I know about Alaska? Not much. Sarah Palin, Bob Wells, and salmon. And the only thing this is why I also do know about Alaska. I remember watching a movie with Al Pacino, scared the shit out of me about Alaska. Not the actual movie. But in the movie, I learned a powerful thing about Alaska I never knew. For supposedly half the year, it's like dark 90% of the day. And the other half of the year, it's the sun is out 90% of the day. That'll totally F with your sleep cycle. Like Al Pacino, I think the movie was called Insomnia. Al Pacino was a homicide detective. He had to go to Alaska for whatever reason. Maybe Sarah Palin committed a crime. He had to go to Alaska, and he couldn't sleep. Now, he had all this other stress. Stress is the killer. Stress is a silent killer. Never forget it. You can be in great shape, good cholesterol levels, but you're stressing out, destroying your inside. He goes to Alaska to try to figure out this crime, and he can't sleep. He's got like dark window covers up on the hotel room, but he can't sleep because the sun is like beaming in. He feels the energy. Sun gives you energy, and his body could never shut down. And he had insomnia. He couldn't sleep, and it began to mess with his well-being. Sleep plays a huge part in your well-being. Sleep plays a huge part in your well-being, mind, body, and soul. 6 to 8 hours per night is mandatory. Less than 6, you're going to struggle. More than 8, you're going to struggle. 6 to 8 hours, somewhere in between that is your sweet spot. And that needs to be on a regular cycle. And I've been there when it isn't. And let me tell you something, you're going to suffer. Don't forget that on Friday. A lot of people say on Friday, I'm going to watch Inspirational Nomad Live. Then I'm going to watch Conspiracy Theory on why Building 7 went down. Then I'm going to watch 20 hours of porn. And then, I'm going to, watch replays of something else. And then before you know it, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You're leaving comments on my YouTube channel. You just eat one more Taco Bell because you figure, hey, what the hell? And then you finally go to sleep at 5 o'clock in the morning. What's going to change? Nothing. I don't care what type of degree you have. Your body's going to be totally out of whack. Love and respect. Cheesy McStuffins. I had a dog that was always chewing her butthole. Okay. I would always ask her, you want some coffee with that donut? Cheesy McStuffins. I'm not mad at you, Cheesy. Good job. Go. Come on. Who looks better than you, Sammy? Well, a lot of people do, but I appreciate the compliment and love. Have I been rejected? Yeah. Do I care? Not anymore. I think once in a while, look, we all can be insecure at times. I certainly have my insecurities. I'm still human. Even when you're confident, no matter who you are, everyone is human. So everyone has the same emotions. Just different people based on their brain capacity and based on their individual personality, they handle the emotions differently. I've learned over the years, I've always been blessed with a somewhat level of I really don't care what people think, but I try to balance that with Sam, and sometimes I fail. Try not to be too bold or too, because I know people are hurt out there, so I don't want to be hurtful in what I say and knock somebody off. But at the same time, I can't be so timid that I'm not myself. And it's like a balance. It's a fine balance. But I'm confident enough to myself to love myself, and I think I could do it, and I think I could pull hot MILFs. But I'm humble enough in myself to know, look, I've been rejected, and at the end of the day, there's people that always are better you in some way, but you could still be the best to yourself, and that's what I am. I'm the best to myself. No one can love me like me. You better believe that. AJ, what's up, AJ? Love and respect to my brother AJ, straight out of Miami Beach, living full-time in his Toyota Prius. Let's see what AJ got to say. Watching you live on the MB. Now, MB stands for Miami Beach. Boardwalk. I didn't know they had a boardwalk. Together, my Colombian lady friend. ¿Dónde estás el baño? And she likes you too. They love me out there, man. They love me. Now, back in the day, one of the first times I went to Miami for my friend's bachelorette party, truth be told, there were some ladies that went back to the house. Well, one of them, I don't know if they were Cuban or Colombian. It doesn't matter what they are. It doesn't matter. But, well, I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. It's a beautiful Florida night. It's gorgeous. Every night in Florida is beautiful. TGIF. Thank God it's Florida. Yes. Good job. AI Gaming. Hey, Sam. AI, what's up, brother? Hope you had a good day. Love and peace to you, brother. Andrew. They are always so nice at Publix. I mean, it's true. If it's an act, it's a damn good one. Trump puts up act, and it's a good one. I even watched him today. I said, because Barack Obama gave a speech about him last night, and it was like, we're going in the wrong direction. Trump is capitalizing off of resentment. And then Trump was asked about it last night in the speech, I think, in North Dakota. He goes, what do you think about Barack Obama criticizing you? First time he did it a little bit in the public. He goes, I watched the speech, but I fell asleep. I said, damn, that's a good answer. Because look, Barack Obama's speeches, they're boring. I mean, they are. I'm not going to lie to you. And what I give Trump credit for is he is exciting. He's an entertainer. He knows how to capture the crowd's energy. Bottom line, I remember even Michelle Obama saying that they were at the dinner table, their two daughters and Barack, and their daughters were talking to Barack Obama about something like how your day went. And Michelle was like, we would always get so tired of hearing Barack talk because he would start like, well, my day went this. And we're like, come on, Dad, lighten up. And it's true. Again, you guys know I believe most, I don't really agree with most of Trump's policies I don't agree with, even though, again, there was today more good economic numbers. So I give him some credit for that. But I'm making the statement of I observe life. And what I've observed in life is you can have the right information. You can have the right mindset in the right direction. But if you can't, as a leader, if you can't captivate energy, if you can't exude a level of authenticity, if you can't exude a level of passion and interest and energy, you're not going to package it up, because part of any leadership job is a level of a salesman. It is. There's no way around it. It's charisma, it's energy. I mean, that's just the way life is. I mean, because I know it for myself. Like when I watch people, even if it's very interesting, if it's just like, blah, 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 like, you don't even want to hear it. So I just found that as an interesting observation today. L1 to FL. I love Publix too. Good. Nothing like New Jersey, New York. The only thing that comes close, I heard another YouTuber said it who lives in Florida. They used to live in upstate New York. The only, there's nothing like Publix in my opinion, but the only grocery store I would say that comes close in quality is Wegmans. Wegmans is a grocery store in the northern states, mainly New Jersey, New York area. It's a high-end grocery store. I actually built one when I was an electrical contractor. And I remember talking to one of the executives that came like on site during the construction meeting. And they said, it's very important to us that when we begin painting the building, these specific colors are used by the painting contractor, and nothing is, no touch-up paint, no nothing is done without using these specific colors. So we started talking about that and said, why do you want to use these colors? It goes, because as Wegmans, one of the things we've realized, one of the details is we did studies, and the color of the building, the colors affect people's hunger triggers in their mind. Different colors make you more hungry, and that will make you buy more products. This is how detailed corporations are in captivating the mind to get you to spend money. And so I was amazed. I said, well, what colors are we painting this damn thing? Because I was like trying to figure out what colors make people hungry. The colors of Thanksgiving, the browns, the oranges, the greens, these were the colors that these executives spent thousands and thousands of dollars to get data from studies to examine people's emotional triggers. And that's what they use. Corporations use emotional triggers from human beings to capitalize off. Doesn't matter if it's Wegmans or if it's a casino or if it's down in Miami Beach and it's like a thing that has a certain neon light to grab the human emotion, to grab their attention. Everything, even the subtle things, in many cases, have subliminal messages for a purpose. And that purpose is usually, somebody give me the money emoji. It's usually about the money. Never forget it. Clap out loud. 66, what's up, brother? Sam, you travel not in your vehicle. Do you park your vehicle in a pay-for place to keep it safe? Do you travel without your vehicle? I never really travel without my vehicle. I'm always traveling with it. And I don't park and then go somewhere else and pay to park normally. Normally, in a Starbucks parking lot. I'm in beach parking lot. I'm out of my car most of the day, but I park them there. I'm in a grocery store parking lot. At night, which is your biggest challenge to park as Nomad, I'm either at a paid campground. Some campgrounds free, but you do have to get the permit. Or I'm at a truck stop, or I'm at a Walmart. So that's where I would park. All legal and safe. I try to find. I don't try to like go crazy. I don't park in like residential areas. I don't do anything like that. Some people do. I'm not. Look, everyone should do whatever they want. But that's how I handle it. Andrew. So tomorrow, my birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Andrew. Will be 1 week in my car. Well, congratulations. And no matter what you decide in life, whether you keep doing it or you don't, love and respect. It's a lot easier than I thought. Yes, good job. It would be. Everything's easier than, well, not everything, I shouldn't say that. But a lot of things in life are easier once you get past the monster in your mind. And the monster in your mind just wants to prevent you from showing up, just wants to prevent you from trying. Because many times, not all times, but many times it's just doing something that breaks the ice, that shatters the ceiling, that crushes that barrier of fear. And not to say again that you'll always do this lifestyle, because again, I think the average person in this lifestyle only does it for 8 months. I think after that they get bored, or so for many people it's not a lifestyle they even consider. For many other people, it's not a lifestyle they want to sustain. But I think no matter what in life, if you do it responsibly, it's a good thing to try if you wanted to do it and if you do it responsibly. Because I do believe overall that minimalism, learning to live on less is more, I think is freeing in many ways and enlightening and a blessing. Not just financially, but again, I think mentally, less anxiety. When you have less stuff, you have less stuff to worry about. I think worry and stress and anxiety are all one big ball. I often think about like the rubber bands, and used to put the rubber bands together and used to create this big ball, and it's like real tight and all the rubber bands are tight. To me, that's how like regular conforming life is. It's just, here's, an apartment. Here's a house. Here's furniture in that house. Here's cleaning that house. Here's, buying toilet paper for that house. Here's buying cleaning products for that house. Here's, taking care of the outside lawn. Here's paying properties taxes. Here's paying maintenance fees. Okay. Here's, and it's just, here's worrying about this. Here's worrying. And it's one big ball. Here's stuff you have to put in your closet. Here's this. And it's just, utility bills, and where's your dreams in that ball? Where's your dreams? Where's your freedom? Where's your peace? It's not in the Target home decor section. I tried that. You can get the fanciest home decor with the peaceful beach setting, with the pillow that says home is here, home is where the heart is, or, welcome home, or only love lives here, or, this and this and that, all these different fancy home decor sayings. But what I found is peace comes from within, and usually from less. More you, less stuff. Okay. Give me a thumbs up if you agree with that. If you don't, keep it moving. Okay. Andrew, I'm going to start videos soon too. Well, Andrew, good luck on that journey. I support anyone who wants to venture out into the YouTube creator world. Okay. I think part of living simply allows you to use more resources, time, and energy to do more things. I always say, don't be discouraged to do it. Just know the real statistics is 90% of people don't make any money on YouTube. It's going to take you at least a year to get monetized. And for you to want to do YouTube and stay consistent for over a year is going to be, most people won't make it past a year. Most people won't make it past 3 months because they're going to get self-conscious. They're going to delete videos. And they're not going to put in the daily consistent work. Just like most people get a job, and after 3 months, they get tired of the job, they get tired of the people, and it's just a cycle of just keep moving on. So I don't want to discourage you because I do it, and if I do it, I think anyone can do it. But I want you to know it is a level of work. I enjoy doing it's passion, but even after a year, even after over 1,000 videos uploaded, I have 1.2 million views. You know how much money I make per month? $200 and change. On average. And I only got monetized a few months ago. Okay. Pre-tax. Okay. So every million views equals $1,000. Okay. There's many different metrics that go along with that. So, but if you wanted to just a general statement, every million views equals $1,000. Every 100,000 views equals $100. Upload a video and you're going to see the first 10 to 20 to 100 videos are only going to get 10 views. And 9 of them will be you watching your own video. And you're going to get self-conscious. And then one person's going to watch it and say, who the fuck was watching my video? Was that my boss? Was that my... And then you don't know what to do. Because is that my family member? And then people talk about you crazy and then you don't know what to do. So you better be... One is you got... The only thing else... Again, I don't want to discourage anyone. Just like I don't want to discourage anyone from having a business. I think all these things are good things that you should venture out. Don't be scared. And you should do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I just want to prepare you so that you do it right and that you fully understand the expectation. You have to be in a good place mentally to share your life because self-criticism, self-doubt, and when you start getting trolls, when you start getting negative feedback, you better be ready for that because that's part of the package. And you're going to realize you're doing all this, and at least for the first year, you're going to be doing it for free. You're going to be dealing with somebody with no profile picture that has 20 different profiles because they want 20 different free, 30-day free memberships from Netflix. They're going to be coming in here, judging how you look, judging your beard, telling you what your opinions are wrong, and they don't even have the guts to put their own face. They're an alien. They're a dog with 5 heads. And their name is like Lex Luger, 69. And they're telling you about your political philosophy is wrong. Here's Lex Luger, 69, who's got no content, saying you're ugly, you're an asshole, and I totally disagree with you. And you don't know who he is. It could be a robot. It could be your brother. That's the world of YouTube. Are you ready for that? Be careful. Okay. Cheesy McStuffins. Cheesy McStuffins. And I know Cheesy McStuffins. He's a good guy. Cheesy McStuffins. I'm a subscriber to you. You ain't got one. I'm not at that. Alex Clayton. What's up, brother? Thank you for the videos. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I started my journey this week. Congratulations. After watching your videos. Love and respect. Sleeping in my employer's parking lot. All right. Still, thanks for the inspiration. Thank you. To change now. Now later, also happy Sabbath. Love and respect you, Alex. Peace to be with you on your journey. And I wish you nothing but success, positivity, and love, no matter what you decide, whether you go back to a conforming life or you stay in this non-conforming life. I wish everyone peace and success. Amen. Calco. True. Walk away and stab them in the back. And then he smiled. Just kidding. All right. Stay positive. Alex, I'm not a static nomad. Amen. Me neither, brother. Woohoo! What's up, brother? Hey, what's up, man? Sam, I used to be a very popular guy. Soon as I got rid of all my friends, I made myself happier. Good comment. I agree with that, brother. Friends are too much work nowadays. Well, I agree with that. I had a good friend in here last night, Dorian. Look, I had a couple of good friends in my lifetime. You know, again, best friends become strangers, not because it's a bad thing, just because that's part of life as evolution. But even that, I mean, you know, it's just, look, for me, I'm being very honest. Life is easier the less you have, including friends. I talked to a couple people today in Jersey, and I told them, look, I'll probably never see you another day in my life. I said, but I love you. I asked about their kids, and I care about their kids. Like, I asked about their family, how they doing personally. So once in a while, like, I'll call, but I like virtual relationships, non-committing. Like, even after, like, you know, we were on the phone for like 15 minutes. I was like, look, brother, I got to get going, man. I said, 15 minutes, long time to be on the phone. And he wanted to start talking about more stuff. I said, I love you. I got to get going. Because I don't want to talk that long. So I'm with you. I'm with you. Janice. Okay, I have to mingle here. Peace out. Janice, be safe and keep it commando. Creepy? Take and say creepy. Hey, Sam. Finally able to catch you live again. Good to have you. How's your week been going? Overall positive. I'm trying to remain thankful because I'm blessed. I was talking to somebody this week and they said, Sam, how you doing? I said, look, I really don't want to complain because I'm really living my dream. And I want to be thankful for my health, number one. I want to be thankful for my job, number two, because you need income. Thankful. I do have positive people in my life, and I'm thankful for them. On YouTube and in real life, I'm thankful. And I said, I don't want to complain. I mean, I just want to be thankful. And I mean that. I am. All good here. Good. That's what I want. I want to hear other people doing good, too. Good. Settling to the new Prius. I love and respect to the Prius. I love the Prius. Just fine. Good. I'm happy for you. You made the right decision. Look, every time you make a big purchase, you're going to have a level of buyer's remorse. When I bought that Range Rover, I had big buyer's remorse immediately. But I don't think the Prius is a reckless decision. And you should always make whatever decision you want. But I feel good about it. And I feel good about you. And I'm happy for you. Settling into that new Prius, good. Just fine. Good. Really loving this new lifestyle. I'm happy for you, man. Hope all is well with you. And then he gave the magical sunglass face, palm tree in the sun. Brother, keep going forward, man. Never look back. Good job. Patricia, love and respect to the West Coast. Hey, Sam, hello to you. I hope you and your husband and everyone's doing well. Let's take a hydration break. Sponsored, no, it's not sponsored. Not saying that. Just from ice water. Ice water. Ice water. That's good. Stay hydrated. Cheesy McStuffins. I like to crop dust to keep myself isolated. It makes me happy. I'm not mad at that. Cheesy McStuffin is known to give himself a Dutch oven just to keep the house clear. What's a Dutch oven? I want you to Google that. A Dutch oven is when you put all the blankets over your head and you figure the rest out. Dutch oven. Patrick, I'm still in sticks and brick house. Patricia said, I'm sorry. That's okay. Like I say, just keep trying to venture out maybe to weekend trips. Love and respect you and thank you for coming back. Terry, hey Terry, 6 weeks until I'm living in my van. Woohoo! Well, I'm not mad at that. Yeah, van living is. I mean, if you're gonna live in a van, you got plenty of room. I think because I think for most people, what you're gonna learn is you can live with a lot less and you can be happy. Not just live. Like I'm not just surviving. I'm very happy. And so I think with a van, there's no doubt about it. You have plenty of room. Especially if you're a female, I think a van is a good option because you can squat. You got a little bit more room for your personal hygiene because the way your bodies are, women are a little bit different than men. But I think you're going to do great, man. I don't think, especially in today's society, I don't think women are at a big disadvantage with safety or anything. I think if you're a responsible person, I think if you have common sense, I think you're just fine. I often say, like, sometimes people ask me about that, about safety, about life. And I said, what I've learned in life is I know many people who live in houses, live in apartments, and they get cops called to their house. They have restraining orders. They get in domestic dispute. And they always have drama in their life. And so they live a conforming life. They have a house. They have a dwelling. So if they have those problems and they have a dwelling, would it really matter if they lived in a car or house? It wouldn't matter. It's a mindset. It's an attitude. It's a demeanor. So if you don't have that demeanor, if you're a responsible, respectful, positive person that doesn't get involved in drama, you're going to be fine. But again, if you're a drama queen or king, no matter what you do, whether you live in a van or whether you live in a mansion, drama's going to follow you. That's what I've learned in life. Andrew, creepy. It's a good lifestyle. I'm settled into my Elantra. Love and respect to the Honda Elantra. Rick Chat, what's up, man? Trump sleep only 4 hours and he is the president. Here's an exception. I got to say that. Listen, guys and girls, this is a lesson here. There's rules and there's general parameters. And then there's exceptions to the rules. There's always exceptions. So I think in some ways he's exceptional. I'll give him the credit to that. So he's a little bit non-conforming and he has a little bit different things that don't conform to conventional wisdom. So that's one of the things that he does that is non-conforming to conventional wisdom. So I would say there's always exceptions, and that's an exception, and that's a fair point. Nordic Pride, good evening, bro. Good evening to you. Patrick, show us the build, Terry. So Patricia wants to see that build because Patricia really wants to try this lifestyle. Chevy Live, swamp ass, and then he give the alligator. Yes, swampy tonight because it's hot. Very hot, but I like it hot. Good to see you, Chevy. Love and respect to the Chevy Spark. The Chevy Spark, in my opinion, is the most underrated, affordable car on the market. I love the way the Chevy Spark looks. The older model and the newer model. For $15,000 or under, you can get a brand new car and you can be living a dream. And you can sleep in it. Okay, you put both back seats down. They do go down. There's not much cushion there. You have to build up the cushion a little bit. And you can put the front passenger seat all the way down. And the next thing you know, you're living a vida loca. Okay? That's how good the Chevy Spark is, in my opinion. Gotta get the sunroof, though. Gotta get the sunroof. Rez, Lucky. You're my hero, man. Well, I appreciate that. I feel like in my mind, I just heard the Mariah Carey song. Was that her song? Did you ever know that you were my hero? Was that Mariah Carey? Who was that? Gilbert, Hadre sent me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. Be careful. Oh, I said this today to somebody else. Be careful when they call you the hero, because the next thing they do is they will call you the scapegoat. They get, one day they build you up here, next day they put you right down there. But I appreciate the compliment. I do. But I take everything with a grain of salt. Ice Thesis, what's up, brother? Have you ever got hungry while trying to sleep in your car and had to go get something to eat? No, not really, because again, I changed my physical health before I got on this journey. I started my physical health change when I was 30. And within 3 years, it took me 3 years to lose 200 pounds. And then the next 3 years, I just basically focused on maintaining it and putting on a little weight, because I got down to 150 pounds and I stayed there for 2 years because I was scared. I got all the way up to 350 when I was obese. Then over the course of 3 years, I went all the way down to 150. Then I stayed at 150 for 2 years. I was scared to eat anything. I was almost like anorexic for my height and for my build. And then over the past 2-3 years, I floated back up to around 210. And this is probably the sustainable weight that I'll probably have for the duration of most of my life. So like I did all that before I started living in my car. So, and that's what I recommend to you. Like, nothing in your life changes because of like you change the state you live in or you change the dwelling. I took care of my faith. I researched my faith and my foundation when I first started becoming a young adult, because I wanted a foundation to build my life on. I wanted to try to have good morals and principles. I'm not perfect. Okay. I'm not but that matters to me. And then I kind of tried to figure out my financial life, because I was in debt. Even though I was making decent money and good money, after a while, I was still in debt. And so I got my financial life in order. Then the final step was I got my physical and mental health, my well-being in order. And so my body and soul, the financial, everything was taken care of before I started this journey. Because if you don't take care of those things, they're going to come right with you in that van. Like, if you leave your apartment and you go in a van and you think like that's going to take care of your mind, body, and soul and your finances, you're misled. You'll end up in a desert with some guy selling you a dream. It's the same people who don't do the research on nutrition and health and well-being. They follow Oprah into Weight Watchers into the scale every Monday. And then they call me feeling guilty that they're eating chocolate and cheese on Saturday. Do I judge them? I don't judge them. But I tell them, don't go fuck with Oprah. Oprah don't know nothing about losing weight. You want to talk about going, like, starting your own TV show, you go see Oprah. You don't go see Oprah talking about losing weight. That's a publicly traded company that she bought stock in, capitalized off human emotion, and she sold her stock. That's the truth. Look that up. Okay. Would I vote for her or Trump if they ran for election? I'd probably vote for Trump. At least Trump's honest. That's who he is. I feel Oprah's a manipulator. Now, I didn't vote for Trump in the last election, but I'm not a big Oprah fan either. So I'll tell you that. All right. I got off track. I'm sorry about that. Cheesy McStuffin. I think I'm going to permanently move in my van mid-October. Well, I'm not mad at that. You definitely got what it takes. I know you. But I know you got a nice little house set up too, though. I can't have a minivan now. And I figured out the heck not. Everyone else is doing it. Well, only do it because you want, not because everyone else is doing it. Because I don't want you to end up in the state forest with your pet squirrel and then you resent me because I made it look fun, but then it's not fun for you. Never do something. One of the first videos, if you look at my Nomad playlist on my channel, one of the first videos I made was don't let someone over-inspire you. Allow people to inspire you to do things that maybe you already have in you. But if you allow someone to over-inspire you and then you go live their life and you're not following your own compass, then you're eventually going to resent them because it's eventually not going to be your happiness. Only do what you want to do. And then whether it works out, whether it doesn't work out, you got to take accountability for you. Now, it's okay, though, to do something and it not work out. You say, you know what, I want to do something else. That's okay, too. But I just always want you to own your decisions, right, wrong, or in between. That way, there's no resentment. Because resentment is you're going to buy a house for somebody, you're going to renovate every room, then you're going to get a divorce, and then you're going to resent every bit of work. You're saying, I built that house with my bare hands, and she don't care. He don't care. That's how life happens, and then you're resentful the rest of your life. Then you're at 50 coming onto my YouTube channel telling me, Sam, what's the answer to life? What do I do? Make the most of each day and treat people right. That's the answer to life. Don't do home renovations. I believe home renovations are Satan's playhouse. I truly believe it. Okay, Satan's a general contractor. His name, I don't know his name, but it's a disaster out there, guys. Okay, very much so. Okay, love and respect. Black Hunters. What's the best strip club in Florida? Well, good question. If you asked me that in my 20s, I would be able to tell you. You're asking a guy who's 38 who did all that at a very young age. So I'm out of the game, brother. I'm at sleep by 10 o'clock. Strip club don't get popping until 10, 11. I'm way out of the game, man. I'm retired, man. I'm Michael Jordan after he went from number 45 to 23, and then I'm Michael Jordan after he got done playing for the Washington Wizards. I'm totally out of the game. I'm not bringing anyone to the championship. But I'm not mad at anyone who's in a strip club. I did a strip club for many years. And what I can tell you is it's fine for a season of your life, but there comes a season of life where you got to get out of that club because it's nothing but a disaster. Cheesy McStuffins. I'm going camping Tennessee at campground at the end of this month for 2 weeks. Cheesy, I look forward to hearing the venture. Cheesy, Mom's Venice or Odyssey 2001. I like the Odyssey. I do like the Odyssey. Ice Thesis. Do you think you could spend a night at Target? You probably could get away with it for one night, but I don't think you legally could, unless it was in a strip mall with other 24-hour stores. But again, I mean, if you did something for one night and you were respectful, I don't think in most cases you have a problem, but certainly a patrol officer or security officer could come by and say something. But, but what I always tell people is you have to watch your patterns and your habits. Because here's what happens. Let's say you do that and you get away with for one night. What you're going to do is you're going to get comfortable doing it. And then you're going to go back there another night, and then it's going to become one of your spots. And then that's how you get in trouble because you get complacent. So you should only do something like that in an absolute emergency and as a one-off. You want to find a mix, not one. You want to find, on average, there's exceptions. For the average person, you want to find a mix of campground, free camping, one-night Walmarts, and you want to have a rotation. That way you keep it moving. Part of a nomad is keep moving, okay? And you have a rotation that keeps you legal, compliant, and out of any trouble. I don't know why you'd want to get in this lifestyle and then, get in trouble. For me, I want peace. I don't want to be bothered, and I don't want anyone else to bother me. But that's how I move, and that's how I recommend people move. Cheesy McStuffins. There only one over there called Booty Talk. Oh, you're talking about strip clubs? Okay. Calco. At what age do you estimate that you are going to be retired? Well, I would love to say 40, okay? But if I had to work, if something magical didn't happen, you're always going to need income. And health insurance is always going to be the number one cost that you have. Healthcare, medical bills, number one cause of bankruptcy in America. You're going to have to pay for health insurance. Let's say you save $200,000, but you decide not to pay for health care. You can have a heart attack. You can break your leg. Your entire life savings gone. Okay, that's why it's the number one cause of bankruptcy. Okay, so you always get to pay for health care. Health care is at minimum $400 to $500 per month, unless you're on a subsidized plan, which even that they're trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. But even if you're on a subsidized plan, and the only reason you'd be at a subsidized plan is because you make like less than $25,000 a year. Okay. So, you always have to work. I mean, so unless I would be able to make my investments work or, run into money some other way, whether if the YouTube thing took off or something magical happened, it'd probably be to somewhere between 60 to 67. Because I certainly don't want to work so hard over the course where I've worked for 22 years straight, build up my career, build up certifications, and then try to retire early, then spend all my money. And then at 60, I got to try to figure out what do I do next. I don't want to do that because believe me, the older you get, the less employable you are, the more vulnerable you are, and the less you can do. When you're young and when you have your physical and mental capacity, that's your prime money-making time of life. That being said, look, it can all get lost tomorrow, even when you do everything right. So you have to balance all those things for you. We're all individuals. But I would say for me, I'm probably just going to be at the average age unless something works out with my investments or something works out through a different revenue stream, which could happen. I don't know. That would be my answer. Somewhere in my 60s, because I'd have to be able to collect Social Security. I have to pay 20% of my medical costs because you can't get Medicare until 65, 67, which pays 80% of your cost. That's what I would think. Good question. Christopher Page, love your videos, mate. Thank you. Gonna start living in a car tomorrow. Well, love and respect and congratulations and good luck. Was worried about after watching your videos, gave me some good tips. Good. Oh, love and respect to the UK. It's late. It's late for you in London. Love and respect to UK or whatever part of United Kingdom. I know a couple people out there, man. Love and respect. Frida B. Hey, Frida B. More attachment, more suffering. Well, I agree with that. That's a great comment. More stuff, more worries. Period. Period. Good job. Nicholas, what's up, Nick? What's good, Sam? What's up with you? You all right, brother? Yeah, I'm good. How are you? See you shining there. Yep. How long it's raining there? This is just condensation from me sweating and it being hot, and that's just condensation. But it was, I don't know if it rained at all today. It was pretty hot and sunny today. It may have had a little shower, but it's very light. It's mainly just hot and sun. This is all just condensation from my body heat. T-Dot. Hello. T-Dot. What's up, brother? Robert T. Sam, love your videos. Was wondering your view on gambling at casino. Okay, good question. He lives in Detroit, and there is a lot there. Yes, I'm aware of that. I lived in New Jersey, and Atlantic City is a lot of casinos, and so is in Pennsylvania now and upstate New York. So one is, let me start with my actual life. I gambled when I was young. Overall net, I lost money. I gambled when I was an adult. I do stocks. There's a level of gambling. I don't long-term invest. I did some trading, some gambling. So I've done both, and I would still do some with stocks. So that's what I've done. You always have to start, what do I do and what have I done? Mainly, I've lost. Mainly, the gambler's goal after a certain amount of time in the game is just to break even. So the gambler's mindset is really to get back to even. So if you never gamble, you're really ahead of most people that do. But I understand that gambling brings a level of excitement. And to a level, we are wired to take a level of risk. Risk makes life a little bit exciting, and that's how you can have a possibility of growing. So I'm not against it, but I'm just cautious of it. I think gambling at the casino, for me, in my opinion, even though I did it, so that's what I'm trying to share, I did it, so I have no one to judge. is just ends up in overall negative space, because the casino, I mean, you could say Wall Street's rigged too, so they're both rigged. You just have to know your odds. You have to know that, odds are stacked against you. And obviously, like they always say, only bet what you can lose. You're going to lose that plus more. And it could hurt your mental health. But it's part of life too. I mean, part of life is just going through it. But I don't gamble anymore in the casinos. I gamble a little bit with stocks. It's not as much as a gamble, but it's still a gamble. So that's my experience. And that's my thoughts. What should you do? Whatever you want. I think the way I've just shared it is the best thing I can do to address that topic without trying to tell people how to live. T-Dot. I'm not a fan of the phone. I have a voicemail. The last time I checked calls was a year ago. Okay, I'm not mad at you. Elizabeth, hey Sam, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Thank you. Smiley, and then some type of magical drink. Is that Starbucks drink? Not typing, but listening. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I thank you everyone who types a message, and I thank you for everyone who gives a thumbs up or shares the video. Thank you. Learning something new every time. Thanks. And then she gave the perfect emoji and thumbs up. Well, thank you. Moji, how you doing, Sam? I'm doing good, Mo. How are you? T-Dot, it's life. Even hunters and gatherers had their days with what kill and what berries to pick. Okay. Linda, Oprah has private chefs. Yeah, I mean, it's just a whole scam. Now, look, again, love and respect to Oprah. I'm not saying she's an evil person. She's done some good things. But it just upset me. And I think a little bit of it, she's a little bit disingenuous at times. And she's a little bit insecure. And that's why I'm serious when I say I don't know if I could vote for her and no one's perfect, though, I guess. I mean, I go back and forth in my mind, like, right? I mean, no one's perfect. I guess it's just who can package it and sell it more. She is compassionate. I give her that. And she is, she's done a lot of good things. Everyone's human. But, the Weight Watchers thing just pushed me over the edge a little bit with her. It's just my personal way. Mr. JD, hey, hello to you. Calco, do you have many stretch marks from weight loss? No, not really, because I always had a big frame. I've always been wide. When I was young, I was chunky. Then when I got into football and sports and basketball, I started working out. And I slimmed and toned up, but I was always wide. I have a wide ass. I have a wide frame. And then when I was in my early 20s, I was still working out a lot, so I was always stocky. Then when I got over 25 and I realized I didn't want a relationship and I wanted to kind of isolate myself, I totally let myself go. I ate whatever I want, whenever I wanted, and I got up to 350 pounds, and I loved it, but then it just got tough to tie my shoe, tough to wipe my ass, tough to find clothes to fit. And that's when I said, in my 30s, I got to start to get my life together, and it took a while to get there. But to answer your questions, no, I really don't have, I have some stretch marks, but nothing like cringeworthy or like that I feel self-conscious about. No, I don't have any deformity or anything like that. Thank God. I know some people that have loose skin. I don't have any loose skin as far as that, or stretch, but nothing extreme. We all have different imperfections, but no, I don't have anything extreme like that. Nuno Jab 2008. Blessings, my brother. Blessings to you also. From Texas. Love and respect to the Lone Star State, which also has no state income tax. Love and respect. And Texas is booming. Now, look, you got to give Texas credit. Their economy has really picked up. I know a lot of companies that have gone there recently. Dallas, Texas, all that's booming, man. Ice Thesis. What do you think of online currency? Do you think it's the future? I think it has a place. I think, look, but no currency has a future without governments backing it. Not long-term sustainable. Because government and central banks are just what controls the world. But that being said, every 100 years or so, society totally shifts in a way that's unimaginable. 100 years ago, the way society operates is different than now. But at the end of the day, society is basically this. There's always a 10% or less of society that controls the entire world. And 90% of people, whether it's digital currency or whether it's paper currency or whether it's whether it's the dollar, whether it's the euro, whatever currency it is, it's going to be controlled by 10% or less of the population. 90% is going to chase it and lose money or barely survive. That's just the way overall the percentages go. So whether or not digital currency will eventually become the future or not, it doesn't matter. It will always be a certain percentage of people that are ahead of the game in life and the other aren't. So how do you get ahead financially in life? Here's the key, guys. Are you listening? You want to learn how to get ahead? You have to live below your means and work consistently. In the mix of that, once in a while, there'll be an exception to the rule. Once in a while, there'll be somebody that gets lucky, somebody that gets famous, but that's the exception, not the average. And I'm not saying you shouldn't strive to be the exception. I should just say you should know what the percentages are and what the realities of life are. Ice thesis. Do you see any good MILFs in Florida? A lot. Laugh out loud. What do you think of Rick Scott and Marco Rubio? Well, Marco Rubio, I definitely could tell you throw up emoji. Sometimes I watch some of the old debates he did the last presidential election, and I saw how he handled the Alex Jones thing. Total disaster. Rick Scott, I haven't watched enough of him to give like a opinion. But Mark Rubio, in my opinion, throw up emoji. Total pander show, total robot, total no authenticity, no energy, no critical thinking, no just like a total plugged in political talking head. Throw up emoji. Forgive me if I say the name wrong. Zipro Wilson. Hey, Sam, what's up? Thank you for your friends who become strangers. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for that video. Came at a perfect time. Well, thank you for adding that comment. I appreciate that, Zip. Forgive me. I'm going to say Zip. That way I don't mispronounce it. Thank you, Zip. Love and respect. Gilbert. Sammy. I appreciate that comment, Zip. Thank you. Sammy, your wisdom is on point tonight. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, too. And all listeners are asking great questions. They are. Look, the live chats are not good without you guys leaving comments. I appreciate you leaving comments very much. Everyone forward. That's right. Good job. Forward, everyone. Good job. Out of Illinois. What's up, brother? Good to see you live again. Well, good to have you. I appreciate that. Calco. Love and respect from Argentina. I Googled the Argentina flag today. I was looking at the baby blue with the sun in the middle. I talked to my Uruguayan friend. I know two friends that migrated here from Uruguay about 10 years ago. Uruguay is just northeast of Argentina. Love and respect to South America. Okay. I got a couple friends too that are Guyanese. Love and respect. But where are we at? Apathy sucks. Hey, Sam. Love the live chat. Thank you. Good to have you. Back. I'm curious, what is the best advice you ever received? Good question. Maybe making me think. Because I don't have a gut reaction to that. What's the best advice I ever received? My authentic answer, as I'm trying to contemplate that in my mind, is I don't have one. Well, I do have a piece of advice. It's something that comes to mind. My mom, she's still alive, but my mom wrote a will. And she said, Sam, you just hold on to this will. If God forbid something happens, I want everything equal. There's nothing like, everyone gets treated the same. But after, like, in the will, talk about dividing the assets, my mom wrote a 1-paragraph last will and testament to me and my other 2 siblings. And here's what she wrote. She goes, children, I love you very much, and I will always be with you even when I die. Don't ever let anyone control you. Period. The best advice I've ever received is don't let anyone control you. Period. Good question, brother. Zip. By the way, I just realized I'm not in my 2 froze on the Go login. That's me too. My bad. Okay. You got double profile. You got 2 Netflix accounts. I'm not mad at you. Love and respect. Illinois. Save as much as you can, as fast as you can, and invest safely and diversify. Hit lots of singles and doubles. I'm not mad at that. And then all of a sudden you got life figured out and shit hits the fan. But better to live wisely, and Illinois got some good advice there. All right, guys, girls, and robots. I'm sweating. I'm gonna shut it down tonight. I want to wish everyone peace, love, and success. If you fall, you get back up. Remember not to be timid, but also don't be overconfident. Stay humble. Too much arrogance will kill your talent. Data Geek, hey, Sam. Hey, Data Geek. Nicholas, damn. I felt the emotion in that paragraph. Well, thank you. That's powerful. Freedom is priceless, yes. Freedom from money, freedom from mental clarity, physical strength, etc. Yes, and freedom from unhealthy relationships. I think that was the main thing I got from that. Freedom from unhealthy relationships. Freedom from unhealthy relationships. A controlling, guilt trip, manipulative person that holds something over your head should not have any seat at the table of your life. Never forget that.